Okay, guys, I wanted to go over using a, an, and the for a few minutes. I just want to explain the uses of these, so be patient with me. I'm just going to go through this. So I have a sentence here, and when we're introducing something for the first time, there are millions, billions of ladies in the world, okay? And when we first introduce them, could be one of any. So lady in this case is one lady. And we could say one lady, but instead we use a, and capital letter because it's at the beginning of a sentence. A lady was walking her dog. Okay, now this is a determiner as well. This is a possessive determiner because it tells us who the dog belongs to. So her dog, okay? So in the next sentence, because we have already introduced the dog and we know we're talking about one particular dog, so we're going to start the next sentence with the, because this is a special dog that we're talking about. The dog began to whimper. So now we've already introduced the lady, so we write the lady stopped to see what was wrong. Okay? All right, so let me give you the rules here again. So we use a before countable nouns. Okay, so we wouldn't say water because we can't count water. We wouldn't say rice because rice is uncountable, as are sugar and salt and all sorts of things, right? Okay, so we use meaning one, okay, before countable nouns, and countable nouns beginning with consonants. So anything that starts with a consonant, these are all your consonants, okay? And again, we use an, okay, before countable nouns as well, but countable nouns that begin with your vowels, A, E, I, O, U. So we would say an egg, an ice cream, and again, only one, okay? We wouldn't say an alligators because there's more than one. In that case, we would use a different determiner like some or a few that, give us a quantity to that. Please use your charts that I sent to you, okay, to help you with that. Okay. So, a and an are used for countable nouns when there is only one noun. A and an means one, okay? Remember that. It means one. Okay, so I wouldn't say I put on shoes. I would say I put on my shoes, or I put on the shoes, or I put on some shoes, okay? But not a or an, okay? Now, how do we use the? Well, the is used for special things, like the Taj Mahal, the Ganges River, the Atlantic Ocean, okay? Or we can use it when we're talking about one special thing. So here's an example. Ayush took out a biscuit from his bag, but Marley snatched the biscuit because now we're talking about the one that Ayush has in his hand, right? So Marley snatched the biscuit before Ayush could eat it, okay? So when you first introduce your subject okay? Unless they have a name or whatever, we're going to use a. Like, a boy came into the room and told us his name was Marvin, okay? And then afterwards, we can either refer to him by his name or we can call him the boy, okay? All right, I hope that helps. And I have sent you all a bit of homework to do. There's more instructions in that list. So go through the list. It gives you a whole bunch of different examples of how to use a, an, and the. And then after that, there are some questions. So write those questions in your notebook. And no, you do not have to draw the pictures, okay? Just write the sentences, okay? All right, have a good weekend, everybody. And this is due by Monday.